Hey Bridgeway, how you doing? This is Gary, your Director of InReach, bringing you the community news. Now, if you were in service last Sunday, you saw Dante Shepard. Man, he just crushed it with the welcome, which also includes some community news tidbits. So, not to be outdone, I wanted to bring you a thorough rendering of the news. And then also, Tim Sims is up for the welcome this Sunday, and he's going to crush it too, because he's, one of those young, dapper, theatrical fellas. And so hopefully, I can at least get in the lineup here. So let me share with you some things that are coming up. Next Wednesday at Wednesday Night Alive, it is our last Wednesday Night Alive for the fall. We've had a great 10-week run. And there's going to be some special things going on, like some light refreshments after classes. So I hope you'll come out for the last session of Wednesday Night Alive. You've heard about the marriage retreat coming up, I think, right? The Ignite Ministry is sponsoring one on February 12th and 13th. Tracy and I are looking forward to being there and sharing a session. Pastor Angel, Pastor Dan, Pastor Mitch. It's going to be a great time. And that's going to be at a very special place, a Wyndham Grand Resort that's up in Hunt Valley at the Hunt Valley Inn. So I hope you can make it. But remember, this Sunday at midnight is the deadline to save an additional $50. So $249 is the current registration, but it's getting bumped up to $299. So you'll want to register by Sunday. We've already, when we first launched this, we had like 40 or 50 couples sign up. And we're wanting to continue to grow the number of couples coming. So this is going to be a great event. So you want to come join the couple hundred others that are going to be there on Valentine's Day weekend. Looking forward to that. Well, Thanksgiving is coming up. And we have a great opportunity to serve hundreds. I think last year was over 1,000, like 1,100 people receive Thanksgiving dinner from the Bridgeway Church. So there's lots of ways for you to be involved in the Thanksgiving drive. So see the table in the lobby this Sunday. 3 ways that you can be involved. You can get food. Do you need some food for Thanksgiving? Or do you know of someone who would be blessed by that? Stop by the table. Or you can give food. Maybe God's blessed you, or you want to be a part of sharing that with someone else. You can give food. Go to the table and get the details on that. Or also, you can give your time. We do lots of deliveries, lots of packing, so you can give time, and that schedule is going to be at that table on Sunday. So hopefully you'll stop by and get signed up and registered for that. How's your heart for the world? God has a heart for the world, and He has commissioned us to make disciples of all nations. Do you want to learn a little bit about missions? Do you have a heart for missions and learn a little bit about how it was done in the Bible in the early stages, in the early chapters of Acts as Paul did his missionary journeys? Maybe you want to understand how to be strategic in missions. From a cultural standpoint, we've understood principles about toxic charity and when hurting actually helps. So how do you be strategic in missions so that you're actually helping those who are of a less than best resourced country? There's going to be a special teaser offering coming up on Sunday, November 22nd, from noon to 4:15. The details are going to be in your community news post and on the city. And you can learn a little bit, get a glimpse of missions from a biblical perspective, a cultural perspective, a historical perspective, and a strategic perspective. So this is really a teaser to set you up for a longer class that's going to be offered in the winter here at Bridgeway Community Church. We're honored to be able to host this class, and this is a taste of perspectives. So look at the post on the community news if that interests you, and I hope that you'll give that consideration. Have you ever showed up at, let's say, 5 till 10, or maybe right at 10, and boy, parking was a little bit of a challenge, so you got into the lobby a little bit late? I know it doesn't happen for many of us, but just a few of us come to service just a little bit late. So let's say you walk in at 10:10, and it's going to be real cumbersome to find a seat in the theater. What do? Well, how about going over to Nexus to the Overflow Service? There's an Overflow Service over there, lots of empty seats over there. You can bring food inside the big room. You can also, it's also a kid-friendly environment, and you see the exact same service. Junius Wilson and his team they're doing a great job over there. Check them out sometime during the 10 o'clock service only over at the Nexus Center for the Overflow. Are you interested in partnership? Are you interested in learning a little bit more about Bridgeway? About 20% of the people who call Bridgeway home actually go through the partnership process and become partners. It's a little bit more of a covenant commitment between you and the church. The first 2 steps in that process is to attend Introduction to Bridgeway, BCC 101, and the Partnership Download, BCC 201. Well, guess what? They're both being offered this Sunday. So why not jump in and knock out 2 steps at once? They're both being offered over at the Ministry Center. 101 is at 10 a.m. 201 is at 11 a.m. and that runs for 2.5 hours to 1:30. So you want to have a good chunk of your time set aside in order to attend that class. I look forward to teaching the 201 class. Some of our great volunteers teach the 101 class, and that's going to happen this Sunday. Well, this was the community news. Wasn't quite as good as Dante did on last Sunday, but hopefully it'll stand up. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday as we continue this series, Honorable Mentions. Pastor Angel Cartagena bringing the word this Sunday, and we will see another video of an honorable mention. Last week, I hope you were encouraged by Virginia Callahan and her life and testimony. This week, we're going to see one about, I'm not going to tell you, but you're going to be encouraged by it. See you Sunday here at Bridgeway Community Church, 8, 10, and noon.